So I wanted to give you all something different to try. And so we're gonna start with a blended malt whiskey, which is Smoky Shoulder.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of that, the reason they call it that is because this back in the days when they were making whiskey, they used to have to turn the malts by hand. And so the injury that they would get, it was a sprain in their shoulder, and they would call it a monkey shoulder. So they named this whiskey after that. So I thought that was cool. It comes from 27 different barrels. So that's why it's called a blended malt Scotch whiskey. And it is made in Speyside, Scotland. And it actually is made with different, so some of my favorites, Glenfiddich is a really good whiskey when you're ready to, you know, when we put our big girl panties on. That's a good one to go to. Belvini is another really good one when you're really ready to spend more money. And then Kennevi, which I have not tried that one yet, so I'm going to put that on my list of ones to find. But the other two, I love those two, so I'm really excited about what this brings. This price points, I tried to keep everything budget friendly, $27.99. But don't let it deter your taste. So from that point on, it's 43% alcohol. We're gonna start, and I'm not gonna tell you all my notes because I want you all to experience for yourself what you're getting from them. Okay? So on your paper, it gives you some notes that you can get from whiskeys. Okay, the tastes, the smells you can expect from different whiskeys. It just kind of depends. In between sips or tastings, I would recommend nothing more than cracker and water to cleanse your palate. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So the first one is Smoky Shoulder. It is a blended malt. All right. So what I want you all to do is first you take your glass, you smell it. And this is not like wine. You don't really have to swirl, because if you swirl, the alcohol will hit you in the nose. But don't be scared to put your nose in there. It's your nose. And see if you pick up, like on this sheet, it says sherry, port, wine, berries, Monkey Shoulder.
I feel all I can think is I smell alcohol.
Oh,
Like I don't know if I smell anything else.
No, something different.
and if you want to go on to tasting, that's fine. If you can't smell anything, move on to the tasting. And sometimes you can go back and say, oh, I did smell that. Because that's what, when I was learning, that's what happened to me. Like, oh, that's what I was smelling. So on there it says taste. Yeah. Finish. So when you say finish, is it smooth? Is it harsh? Did it kill your chest? You know, did it stay on your tongue long? Is your throat tingling? I mean, this is all stuff that's happened to me while tasting. Or is it just smooth?
Hot.
That's a valid.
Taste.
Whatever. That's a valid finish.
Like I say, pepper.
But pepper and hot are different.
That's
Spice is more pepper.
You know, you kind of taste it, you swallow it, and then there's a warm.
Mm-hmm. That's the finish.
Yeah.
So on your line where it says finish, you get that
Finish.
warm. Mm-hmm.
Like it opens my nose. But when I first tasted it, it tasted a little fruity. Not really
Yes.
sure what fruit it is. Maybe it's in that apple, pear, peach kind of thing.
But now you're getting it. And every sip you can kind of get a little different. Sometimes it's the alcohol. Yeah.
That's funny.
And then I'm going to explain to
Is
you
it
all.
supposed to taste like the barrel?
Sometimes
taste the
yes.
barrel?
Yes, sometimes yes. So in whiskey, that's a very good question. In whiskey, it is all about the barrel. So all of the alcohol comes out white. All alcohol comes out white. What makes it brown is aging it in the barrel.
Oh. Okay.
So yes. And as we go through our next ones, I actually have some that are aged in different barrels that we'll be able to go over. And so if you keep a little bit in your glass, and I give you a little bit more, you'll be able to go back and compare it to the other ones. Take your time, write down your notes, and I'm going to explain the way that we do our ratings at Intoxicating Tastings. 1, I spit it out. 2, I took 2 sips. 3, I drank it. 4, fill my glass. Or 5, give me the bottle. How do you feel about it?
Actually, I did drink it all.
It was because you liked it, or was it just because you were trying to taste it?
Because I had much on liquor to go bad.
So then put what you would do on a regular day. The vanilla. Do you taste the vanilla?
I put vanilla down. I tasted that.
You got the fruity.
I didn't taste it.
Good.
Okay.
Nice.
So everybody's palate is different. You could get something totally different from it. And yeah, so that adds another layer too. And it's nothing wrong with not like that. But it's nothing wrong. There's no wrong answers here. So when you actually read what they're stating, this is just what their master distiller said. So that's what they want you to think. It's rich and vibrant. So we're gonna go on to the next ones, and then we can come back from that.
Okay.
This next one is Glen Rodas, and this little pack is $39.99, which is good and bad. It's bad because you could get a 5th of Glen Rodas for $39.99, but it's good because for what I'm using it for, this is perfect.
Okay,
You get to taste 3 different ones. So this is a bourbon cask reserve. So this will give you a little different flavor. Bourbons are normally heavier than whiskey. They give a little more sweeter than whiskey. They're like the in-between, I say in-between a cognac and a Scotch whiskey is the bourbon. But this is not bourbon. It's just that they took bourbon casks or barrels and put the whiskey in it to age it after they had made bourbon.
Okay.
Oh. And this is Scotch.
This is a single malt Scotch. It is made only in Rodas, Scotland, which is also in Speyside, Scotland, which is what the Monkey Shoulder is made in. So I'm gonna pour all 3 of these so that we can kind of compare and contrast the 3. And you'll see the different colors too, just the.
I'm surprised that the bourbon cask is lighter. I would have thought it would have been darker.
I would agree. I would think so too. However, I believe it's because of the younger finish, and then also it's no telling how old the bourbon casks are. Also,
It smells better. Number 3. It just seems to smell a lot better.
It does. I just haven't figured out what that smell is.
the sherry.
Yeah, this
Is
is
that
the
what
sherry
that is?
cask.
The sherry.
That's
It's sweet.
The sweet smell, yeah.
It's the sherry.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like that though.
So yeah, but yeah, so you get different flavor, different scents. I mean, I've heard all type. I mean, you see even on here leather, tobacco, but even red wine. Some of the descriptions that they say, earth floor. I don't want to know what an earth floor tastes like.
It's too bad. The Rodas, they all smell good, but they taste like not so much. They look bad.
I like Canadian.
You still drink
I like bourbon.
77?
I do.
Shut up.
I do.
So I didn't think it was going to change.
I do.
Why am I the
We
only
gonna
person
give-
who didn't think that was going to
I
change?
do.
We're gonna give
You
you,
going?
we're gonna give you some
You
more
gonna
stuff.
help us some more stuff to
I'm
do?
sorry.
They give you know these.
We only
smell
need- this is the
nice,
last
but yet
one.
I never would want to drink any of it. But they
Do you
so
smell, do
nice.
you ever smell Canadian Club? Do you smell it?
Because
It's always mixed in a drink, right? You always say
Yeah, that's the difference.
you always smell it in a mixed drink. So, hey, well, we were
But
at
it
lunch
still has
today.
that warm
Yeah.
kind of Vanilla?
When we were at lunch today, Jan had a question. Jan has never had tequila.
What?
You ain't missing nothing.
That's not true.
So
No, I've never
I said, so I said you would be able to tell her for her first foray into tequila land, what would be a good starting point for her?
Depends on how much you're willing to spend, though. Because good tequila costs money.
And she shakes her head, girl, don't do it.
The last one is actually a bourbon.
Oh.
So, it'll be interesting to compare number 2 to a bourbon. Because you get that bourbon cask, and then you can see if you can catch any of those flavors. This is called Buffalo Trace.
This is 90 proof?
90 proof, 40%, 45% alcohol.
Yes, yes. Yep.
That's the way to go.
On the nose is awesome.
Wow.
It smells really good to me. And I don't know what it is. Why it smells really good to me.
So this has this has a peppery taste, but it's not harsh like the Aardvark bourbon.
Ardbeg.
It was,
Ooh. Oh, the one y'all don't like.
yeah, it was.
I'm okay. See, but it all depends on what you like. So if you like sweeter, then like I can't drink bourbons anymore. Like to me, this is
Too sweet.
yeah, I can't drink that.
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
That's
Tastes
what
sweet
it
to you?
is. Cinnamon.
It tastes too sweet to me.
Bourbon?
So that first one is bourbon, Buffalo Trace, $24.99. It is the most
an
award-winning bourbon.
Which one?
Really, the
This
first
one?
one?
This last
This
one.
last
Oh, this is an award-winning.
It's good.
I could imagine that it will be. It's pretty
It's good.
tasty.
So this is a great representation of a bourbon.
Oh.
Also, so let me explain to you all the proof. The alcohol content is 58.5% of this bottle. That is 117 proof.
You only need one
And
shot.
every barrel, because they are only pulling from one barrel. That is it. So every barrel will be different.
What is this?
Four roses.
I can't spend the night.
So yeah, do your notes.
Do I know this?
They're doing their notes, you all.
Okay, so we gotta
Although
go
I'm
back.
thinking, what does it smell like?